Hello everyone, and I am so excited to be talking about money mindset and the 3 simple steps you can take to take your power back from your finances. I am a certified CPA money coach. I worked at PwC downtown Toronto for about 6 or 7 years. I then became a digital nomad for about 5 years or so, which has landed me here in beautiful Bali. And from there, I found myself wanting to be a lot more purpose-driven, and rather than just doing operations and accounting for companies, which I was still doing while I was a digital nomad. So over the last year, I have transferred from being just an accountant to being an accountant and money coach. While I was a digital nomad, I also did public speaking about gratitude. I published a gratitude journal, and I got obsessed with personal development, which then switched over to money mindset. So now I help solopreneurs learn how to consciously spend, attract, and manage their money and feel empowered by their finances, because your whole life, whether it be your business or your personal, you just feel more empowered in your life when you feel you have everything organized and you feel good about the money in your life and how it flows, and have a good relationship with money, which a lot of people don't even really look at in regards to being an important relationship in your life. Sorry, getting a little bit raspy. It is 6:30 a.m. here in Bali. The sun is just rising. So beautiful. Loving it here. Okay, so to dive right in, the first step in taking your power back from your finances is really taking a look at what your relationship with money is, like I was just saying. Taking a look at what could potentially be limiting beliefs that you have that are holding you back, and reframe them, reword them, and really acknowledge that money is an energy. Money is nothing more than that. Money isn't a tangible thing anymore. It is a number on a screen. It is credit cards. It's just in the ether now. And there is enough money. There is a stat that there is enough money in this world that every single person in this world could have $1 billion. And if they ever ran out of money, you would just print more. Like, they would print more. There is not a lack of money or wealth in this world. And the scarcity mindset is usually what actually holds us back from really embracing that abundance and really taking hold of that and making steps and having beliefs and actions towards knowing that there is an abundance of wealth in the world, and all you have to do is open yourself up to attract it. So it's really taking a look at what your relationship with money is. I also just did a post the other day about limiting beliefs that you have, or unhelpful beliefs or thoughts that you have on a regular basis that could be holding you back, that you don't even realize you're doing, and that you don't even realize are bad. And that could be as simple as you got to save for a rainy day, which is more so, it's fine, it's great. I believe in, saving, and I think that's great, but it really breeds a scarcity mindset rather than an abundance mindset. So even just believing you have to save for a rainy day, if you're always in this mindset of, I have to save, I have to save, I have to save, because there's not enough and it's going to go away and there's not enough, you will always be in a place where it is not enough. So there's these unhelpful thoughts and beliefs that you could potentially have that are hindering you from attracting more abundance, but you don't even realize, because you think that you're doing something good because you're saving up and you're saving for a rainy day. So there's ways to reframe it, and then there's obviously the beliefs that you have that are not helping you, and that's beliefs that everybody who is rich is evil or does evil things, or you just don't like them or respect them, or they're lucky, or all this. Because if you don't like people who have money, no matter how hard you work, you will never hold and keep money in your life, because underlying belief will self-sabotage you, because you don't want to be a person that has money, because you don't like that person. So it's really taking a look at what your relationship with money is, journaling about what your potential limiting beliefs are, unhelpful beliefs are, and reframing it to know that there is an abundance in this world, and you can have anything that you want, and that you need to attract it. You need to work hard, and you need to do what you need to do, but you can also not self-sabotage and actually hold money, because you have this underlying belief that there is an abundance and it's good to have, and money is something that allows you to be the best version of yourself. And taking it a step further, by knowing that money is energy and that it kind of just flows, and it's something that flows in and out of your life, and it flows into you and flows out of you, and it just kind of circulates, you can think about the fact that it's ever flowing, and it's okay to like flow in and flow out and flow in and flow out, and be grateful for the flow of it. So you're not anxious and worried that you need to hold it and have that scarcity mindset, because you need to it's not going to be enough and you don't have enough. It's something that flows through you, so you can use that as a practice of gratitude. You can, every time you pay something, you can just say, like, kiss your credit card, kiss the cash. Don't actually do that, that's gross, but do a little happy dance, like, I'm so happy that I have the money to be able to pay for this thing to bring into my life, even if it's a coffee, and I'm so happy that I'm giving this energy to someone else so that they can do something with it and increase their life in whatever capacity. So and then every time it comes in, do a full-on happy dance. You're so happy that money has come into your life, and that it's helping you, and it's a good thing, and it's wonderful, and going through that way, and having a practice of gratitude as money flows in and out of your life, while acknowledging that it is something that's flowing in and out of your life, and being grateful for that flow without being anxious about it, really helps it come in and out of your life, and allows it to flow easily and effortlessly, and have you feel good about the money that's coming into your life. Also, an idea is to put paste money all over your house. I have a client that just put a $100 bill in her book, and that's using her and she's using it as a bookmark, because when you have it, I have it posted above my bed. I have one in my mirror in my bathroom. It's kind of just like affirmations, but when you see money, whether it's a $1 bill with a bunch of zeros, or whatever you want to use, or full-on $100 bills, because you are abundant and this is amazing, if you have it posted around your house, every single time that you see it, you are reminded that money is energy and is flowing to you effortlessly and like amazingly, and everything is abundant, and there is an abundance of wealth in the world, and it's on its way to you, and you're always surrounded by the energy of money, and it's always flowing in and out of your life. So those are a few simple things that you can do to improve your money, your relationship with money, your beliefs and your thought patterns around money. When you are thinking about reframing beliefs, you could, for instance, say one that is, nobody has the money or the budget to pay for my product or service. I know that was a big one that I had. It was like, I want to charge a lot. I am a certified CPA. My value is at a certain point, but my market, they can't afford that. So why even move forward? And I find that's a lot of beliefs in a lot of my clients. And by reframing it, you just answer certain questions, like question being, are you providing a service, a transformation, or a product that is so valuable that it will change someone's life, or very, very, very much help them in their life? Fuck yeah, you do. Of course you do. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing if that wasn't the case. Question: is my service, product, are there people in this entire world that have the budget to pay for my service, product, transformation? And or is there someone or people out there that are so excited about what I have to offer that they'd be willing to do anything to get the money to pay for it? Of course there are. Of course there is. Next question. Hi, whoever just came on. I'm working on reframing the limiting beliefs, potentially or essentially around not having enough audience that doesn't have a budget to pay for your product. So the next question would be, if you is your expertise and is your product or service worth what you're about to charge? Of course it is. So it's about asking those questions, like question, answer, to go through and kind of work through where that limiting belief is stemming from, and how to kind of like flip it on its head, because it's really your reptilian brain trying to protect you because it's not safe, but in reality, you're perfectly safe, and it's about reframing that message. So your reframe message is that my product, service, transformation is so valuable. There are so many people out there that are willing to pay anything for it because I am making a difference in their life. So there's just a few tips on how to take a look at your belief systems around money, your relationship with money, and really start to reframe that, because that is really where it starts. If you have underlying beliefs that are sabotaging you, you're never going to be someone who accepts money and holds money. And it's not even just like having it flow into your life, which you could potentially even be blocking it from flowing into your life. But I have so many clients who are like, money is easy to make. Of course it is. I have so much money flowing in. But what the problem is they never actually hold on to it, whether unexpected things happen and it just flows out of their life, or they just end up spending it all. But there's different things. A lot of people who know how to make a lot of money, their one thing is either it's a scarcity mindset, I need to hold on to this because there is not enough and I need to hoard it, or it always just flows out of their life because they're not comfortable with the amount of money that is coming into them and they don't feel responsible to hold on to it, and there's fear around that. So by taking a look at both sides, you can free yourself up to embrace money, have money flow into your life, as well as hold on to it and then choose where you want to spend it and be responsible in how you want it to flow in and out of your life, which takes me into the next two. So the next step, the first one, looking at your relationship with money, and doing those simple tips and tricks on how to improve and embrace your relationship with money. The second is to know where your money is. Know what's coming in, what's going out. And the thing is that most people don't look at, that I tell all my clients, I work with a lot of clients where they're solopreneurs, where their money, their personal and their business money is intertwined in their life. That can get really complicated because you are your business. So know not only where the money is coming from in your business, but know where all of the money is coming from in your life. Know where all of the money is going out. I have a spreadsheet that I give my clients where it shows, what's the revenue that came in, what is other potential income that came in, side hustles, random things that come through, and then what's other personal money that came into my life, whether it's gifts or government or really anything, to see all of the money that has come into your life. Then you have your business expenses and your personal expenses. And by taking a look at that and creating a summary with that, you can take a snapshot of where you are in your life and how you're doing, and where your money is and where it's coming from, to be able to evaluate kind of what's happening. It's a snapshot of your entire life, which is your business and your personal. You can take a look at what your business profit is, and then take a look at where you are, whether you've made more than you spent in your entire life, or where you've been at a loss. And you can evaluate it because it's kind of all in one place, and it's a snapshot right there that tells you exactly what's happening in your life. Most of my clients do have QuickBooks and Xero, and I do recommend that for business purposes, but honestly, it's really hard when your business and personal is intertwined to kind of keep everything in one place. And so what I love is creating really, really, really simple spreadsheets that really show what's coming in and out. And by looking and knowing exactly where all of your money is coming from and where all of your money is going out of, both in your personal and your business life, that's when you can really plan and figure out what's happening and just be aware and have clarity on what's happening. You can also take that and use that as a visualization technique to be able to have goals of how much you want to be making in what areas, and visualize putting it, into that spreadsheet and watching it grow. there's so many people out there that I talk to, and so many of my clients that have no idea where their money is coming from. They have no idea how much they're spending. They don't look at their bank accounts. They don't track things. They can use Xero and they put invoices in and they do all that, but they don't have an idea of where their money is. And most of the time they feel so anxious about it, like so anxious, and they're so scared because they don't want to see it. They're scared that it's going to be worse than it actually is. So I always kind of refer to this as one of those things where there's a big monster in the room and you're a kid and you're just going to hide under the blankets because you don't want to deal with the monster that's in your room. But when you're under your blankets, you're not scared. You're more anxious than ever because you don't know what's going on. You can't see what's happening out there. And you're just sitting there scared and you're blind and you can't see and you don't know what's going on, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and blows up. But if you are to just open your eyes and pull the blankets down, take a look at that monster, you can create, you have the knowledge you need to reduce the anxiety. You can make a plan of action. You can either, kick the monster and run away and just, do that, or you can fight the monster, or you can take a look at the monster and realize it's actually not that bad. And either way, your anxiety is so much reduced because you've taken a look at it and you see what's happening, and you're not just sitting under the blankets freaked the fuck out because you have no idea what's going on. So take your power back from finances, and the big one is really knowing and having clarity on where your money is coming from and where it is going out of, and taking a look at your numbers every single week. I always recommend my clients, the number one thing I say is have a money date Monday. That includes both looking at your money management as well as looking at your relationship with money. You can do two birds, one stone. Your relationship with your money is a relationship like any other. You need to take it out on a date. You need to enjoy it. And you also need to have clarity in where your numbers are and what's happening. So have a money date Monday, where if you do it on a weekly basis, there are not that many transactions that happen in a week in your life. It gets overwhelming, and when you wait a month or you wait a whole year, it is so overwhelming. But if you do it, just like you do your dishes, if you do a little bit at a time rather than exploding the kitchen with a shit ton of dishes, it's not that hard, it's super manageable, and it only takes like 20 minutes. It really does. It's really short just to kind of go through, account for your transactions, take a look at it, and it's a date. So meditate with money and meditate on the idea that it's abundant. Do some visualization techniques of while you're inputting numbers, what it's going to look like when they increase and reach the goals that you want to do. But do it not in a way like it's not like it's Friday or it's Monday, so I need to look at finances because that's what an adult does. It's I get to take a look at the money that's flowing in and out of my life. I get to enjoy some time with the money in my life. I get to take money out on a little date and really start bringing joy and excitement into your finances rather than just fear and anxiety. And it really starts to grow. And the more excited and positive and joyful you feel about your money, the more it is flowing easily in and out of your life, and it doesn't create this block and anxiety in your life. Just checking to see how much time we have here. Time it is. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the third one is to start your plan for financial planning. And it doesn't have to be as scary as like I need to know everything about investments and how it all works and all that stuff. The only thing with financial planning is just being conscious of how you actually spend your money and how, oh, there's so many birds flying around. This is so beautiful. I'm never out here in the morning. Sorry about that. The idea of financial planning is really just being conscious of how you are spending your money and placing it in places that is based on your priorities and your goals. So it's literally as simple as figuring out what your goals are, where you want to be in 5 or 10 years, not even just where you want to be and how much money you want to be making, but Is there something big you want to be saving for in the next 5 years? Could it potentially be a wedding? Could it be, like if you're a photographer, a new camera? Could it be moving just into a new apartment, going on a big trip? Whatever it could be, if it's a house, whatever it could be that you want to save for, knowing that that is a priority and you're excited about accumulating money for that thing in your life. So figuring out what your priorities are and what you want to be spending your money on, and if there are any large purchases in the next 5 years, figuring out what your priorities are. If you have debt, is that a priority? Do you want to pay off that debt and feel good about paying that off? Do you want to invest? If you do want to invest, think about the whys. A lot of people think they should be investing, so it's like, I'm an adult, I need to invest. I need to put X amount of money into investments. That's great. I think everyone should invest. But don't do it just because you think that that's what an adult does. Think about what it looks like. Think about, why you want to invest. What do you want to invest for? Are they large purchases in your life, future in your life? Do you want to retire early? Do you want financial freedom? What are the reasons? What are your whys for why you want to invest? If you don't have the emotion behind why you're allocating your money the way that you do, you're not gonna really care about it, and you're gonna end up spending your money in other ways. So financial planning, the first step is really setting your goals and figuring out why you want to put money in those ways. And think about, just honestly, as simple as like 4 things that you want to be like spending money, debt, investments, a particular thing you want to save for, putting it back into your business, whatever it is. Figure out what your top, 3 to 4 things are that you want to be spending your money on, or you want to be saving for, or you want to be allocating your money towards. From there, doing a allocation basis. So taking all of the money that comes in and allocating it based on those goals. So by doing that, I don't believe in budgeting, because I think budgeting brings more of a scarcity mindset. It's the idea that I can't spend in this bucket because I don't have enough, and that just breeds more scarcity. But what I do believe in is really getting clear on what your goals are and how you want to be spending your money, and allocating the abundance of money into those buckets rather than holding it in. So it's more of a flow through. So in that case, it's kind of the idea of implementing profit first, but I take it simplified and make it easier for solopreneurs. And generally, it's the idea that every single thing that comes into your bank account, you allocate based on a percentage basis. 20 to 35% gets put into a tax account, and you're taking that out of your account and putting it into a different account, so that you don't even look at it, because you don't want to have to deal with that, at the end of the year. So you just take that out right away, not even your money. Super annoying, but that's life. Then you say, okay, I want 15% or 20% of all of my money to be reinvested back into my business. I think that's good. I want to grow. I want to invest in new things. I want to even do more education. I need to purchase new things. Whatever it is, 15% of all the money that comes in, or whatever percentage you want, goes back into your business. Then you have the rest that gets put into your personal. That's in your account. And these are separate bank accounts, so you can actually see it accumulate and spend and accumulate in each account. Then in your personal, you say, okay, I want out of that, I want 10% to be going towards paying off my debt, 20% I want to, go into investments, and then what's left over that is my spending money. And when you have just that to spend, you end up spending that amount, and you live off of whatever that is, and that's okay, because a lot of people, most people get a raise, their life doesn't change, but somehow still the money just disappears. Somehow, when you have money in your account, it always just kind of disappears, and it just flows through in whatever your life is. And sometimes your life can, increase, but sometimes it just kind of stays the same, but you're still spending more money as soon as you got the raise. So by taking that money and just dispersing it out and living off of what is in that little bucket, big bucket, I'm sure, you're fine to live off of that, but you also know, and you can feel good about the fact that you're also putting things away, and consciously deciding what your priorities are and putting money towards those priorities, and then living off of what was left. So you're budgeting, you're taking care of yourself, you're setting yourself up for success, you're excited that you're putting money towards things that you care about and are your priorities, and you're living perfectly fine from the bucket that you have, because it just keeps on flowing. And doing it all based on a percentage basis, there's a bird here just like flying in these trees making a lot of noise. When you do it by a percentage basis, it really helps with people who have varying or seasonal income. If you have varying and seasonal income and you say you want to invest $1,000 a month, that's great when you have big months coming in. But when you have a small month coming in, it may be more impactful in your life. So by doing it on a percentage basis, you know you're putting everything aside, you're taking care of yourself, and you're not putting yourself really in a tough situation because it's based on how much is coming in rather than a solid amount. Anyways, those are the 3 steps in taking your power back from your finances. I hope that everyone enjoys. If you have any questions while you're watching the replay of this, please just comment below. I will go through any of the questions and answer them within there. If they are even more in depth, I can just DM me or I'll DM you and go super into it, maybe send you some voice notes or things like that. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can find me on literally any platform. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, but I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, Facebook as at Nikki Bartol, so my name. I also have a program that I am starting on Monday, which I'm super excited about. It is a 2-week money makeover training where you get, it's a group program. It's only $97, which is kind of crazy. I reduced my price because I wanted to have my program more accessible to more people. So I'm really excited about it. I have a bunch of people signed up already. They're already talking and super excited to be in it and start this journey together. But you get homework and you get assignments and resources and templates every single day to do that you actually answer within the platform, and you can comment on each other's things, and it's really a community setting. There's the biggest value in my business is no judgment, because there's so many people who have no idea what they're doing with their finances and are scared about it, but we're not taught this. So there's nothing to be scared of, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about, because no one knows what they're doing, and everyone thinks everyone knows what they're doing, and they all kind of just fumble around. But this is a complete judgment-free zone. There are literally no stupid questions, and everyone is really, really, really supportive in all of this. So I have a beautiful community. You get homework and, you know, whether it's with the meditations and journal prompts and reframing the limiting beliefs, which we'll go through in depth. We go through kind of these 3 steps: the mindset, the money mindset, money management, and financial planning. We go through in depth. You get homework every single day, templates, resources, all of that every day. And then there's 4 live Zoom calls with me on Mondays and Thursdays, which is at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 10 p.m. here in Bali. And we get 4 of those Zoom calls twice. 2 Zoom calls a week. Sorry about that. It's early. Anyways, that you can find, again, follow me on Instagram, and it's the link in my bio, or at nikkibartol.com is my website. If you go to work with me, that program is in there, and you can read more and sign up there. So super excited about that. If you have any questions about that, don't hesitate to comment below or send me a DM on any of the platforms. Also Clubhouse at Nikki Bartol, essentially my name. But anyways, I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, sleep, wherever you are right now, and I'm looking forward to speaking with hopefully some of you about working with your money, because it is so important. I will give you one more view of the sun coming up, which is just so lovely. And